All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming through here this morning. To DuePoint, we're going to spend the next 60 minutes talking about what we do here. It's the 1st of July. Tomorrow is officially halfway through the year. So we've got halfway still to go. If we think it's been a good year, that's great. If we think it's been a bad year, there's another half bad year to go. We want to try and change that a little bit this morning here at DuePoint. DuePoint, ladies and gentlemen, is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We are both a licensed and listed life and short-term insurance company. You can find all of our certificates on the wall outside. You want to look us up, go do some research, understand where we come from. We're nearly 65 years old, first registered in 1952. So you're not dealing with something that's new here today. Even if you haven't heard of Constantia, we're part of very much well established in the financial services space in South Africa. We are also an authorized and registered financial services provider, of course, and there's our FSP number. Go and get comfort. Go and look us up on the FSB's website. Know who you're dealing with here this morning. We also want you to be comfortable with the team. Mainly because the team is a South African team and this is a homegrown company. The reason we say that, obviously, in the South African context these days, you've got all these things coming and going all the time, generally from China and Russia and America, and they're here today and gone tomorrow. We want you guys to know that you can find us at any stage in these four walls, Monday to Saturday, anytime. You'll find us right here. This is me. I'm Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive here and the founder of the division. I've been in the financial services space for the last 2 decades. I'm a chartered accountant and have had a fair amount of experience in what we're going to be talking about this morning. I've got Tim next to me here. He's our banking expert, comes out of the banking industry, also a chartered accountant, 15 years in that space. We got Stacey. She's our auditor, worked with Deloitte both locally and internationally. We got Jane. Jane is our foreign correspondent. She was born in the United Kingdom, but spent more than a decade here in South Africa now, and she brings to us a real international flavor and experience to what we're trying to achieve here. And then we got Rob. Rob's our design guy, ran his own digital design firm for nearly 20 years in the financial services space, focusing brands like Investex and Visa, MasterCard. He knows what he's doing here, and everything that you see, feel, and touch in DuePoint was designed by Rob. But, like I said to you, the most important part of our entire team is that we're actually here. There's no Skype calls to prisons in Russia. You just find us right here at any point in time with regard to what we do here. So, what is it that we do at DuePoint? Well, there's two things, but one is of particular importance to us. It's the reason for our existence, and it is the source of our passion. And that is our primary objective. Our primary objective is to put into the hands of South Africans a tool that allows them to generate recurring, reliable income for themselves. Now, I want you to remember that throughout the presentation today and afterwards, because afterwards you're going to come and ask me questions, and I'm going to return you back to what it is that DuePoint actually does. What is it that DuePoint actually does? It creates recurring, reliable income for individuals. That's our product. That's what we do, and that is what you will talk about when you talk about DuePoint going forward. Now, our hope is that if we can put tools in your hands that create income for you on a recurring, reliable basis, we'll be able to start fixing some of the problems we have in South Africa today. We know that our economy is in a real state right now. You just have to read the newspapers to know how bad unemployment is. You only need to read the newspapers and watch the news to know that we're sitting on a time bomb. We're just sitting on a time bomb. More than 10 million potentially economically active South Africans are unemployed in South Africa. 10 out of the 50 million people in South Africa unemployed. These people could all be employed and generating income, and they're not in South Africa. And there is nothing we can do about it because we are in a shrinking economy. We're actually getting smaller every year, which means that there are less companies open and less jobs available every year that's passing. This is not me marketing. That's the newspaper. Right there. Go read it right now. That's what's happening in South Africa today. Which means that if you've got a job, fantastic. You've got one of the scarcest resources in South Africa today. Absolutely awesome. Cling to it. Do well at it. Try and keep it as best you can. But it is statistically likely that in the next 5 years you'll be forced to change it. Which means this whole concept of I'm going to build a career for myself is gone. It's just gone. None of us are given the opportunity anymore in South Africa to be able to build a career. Now, this is actually not a unique phenomenon to South Africa. This is actually a global phenomenon that is happening right now. Around the world, traditional employment is no longer working. It's no longer working. It doesn't survive in the 21st century economy. And what it does do, though, is it puts all of us into a bit of a state of chaos, into a state of panic, into a state of anxiety. Every one of us wakes up in the morning and just concerns and worries and stresses ourselves about the day ahead. How will we pay? How will we get through the month? How are we going to cover the latest crisis in our lives? What are we going to do? These are the problems we have in South Africa today. No one's coming to our rescue. I don't know if you've noticed, but nobody is coming to our rescue. We have to fix it here. And the other thing, of course, is that in order for us to survive in this economy, we have to do what it takes. So what do? We go out and we get ourselves debt. That's the first thing anyway. After that, it gets even worse. But our first downward step is to get ourselves completely and utterly over-indebted in the South African system. We don't earn enough to survive. We know this. Simply don't have enough money. We're getting 6% increases every year with prices going up 17%. We've got to get debt. And what happens is as the years are passing, we're getting ourselves as a country into a state where we will never recover from the debt that we're in. But if we put income in your hands that you can control and that you generate and is there reliably and recurringly, our hope is that you can start paying this debt back, that you can start eliminating it in your personal life. And perhaps at some point in the future, be in a position where you don't need it anymore. You actually now earn enough to be able to buy what you need and survive in our economy without the need for debt. That's our primary hope. That is our objective here at DuePoint. We also hope that this extra income that we create for you prepares you for the things of life. We know that every single month there's a new crisis in our lives. Somebody dies, somebody gets hurt, something breaks, and we have to cover the cost of that, and we can't, so we get more debt and more debt and more debt and more debt. We want to be able to put you in a position where you've got the cash. They call it free cash flow, where you've got cash that's free to flow. Wouldn't that be nice? That's the position we want to put you in. And then we want to prepare you for the long-term future. At some point in the future, you will not be able to work anymore. Whether you like it or not, that's just the scenario. At some point, you will not be employable anymore. And when that occurs, we want you to be in the position with our DuePoint system to be earning a recurring income that covers your expenditure, because you know your expenditure is not going to go away when you retire. But we want to cover it with the income that you're making here, that into your retirement you do not need to stress about the fact that you can't work anymore. But instead you can have what the Americans call golden years. That's something we just don't know here in South Africa. And that's what we want to create. That's our primary objective here at DuePoint. Our secondary objective, ladies and gentlemen, is that we're turning DuePoint into a 21st century company where we move with you as changed consumers in the 21st century. Right now, we don't want to be working through middlemen and other people and all of this sort of nonsense. We want to have direct access to our suppliers. And with our system, we've created a pipeline between you and the heart of the insurance company. You have 24-hour access to our insurance company through the system that we have created here. Now, we call these two objectives, as we put them together into our system, we call it the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system is super simple. What it does is it allows you as an individual to contract with us as a wealth engineer. A wealth engineer is given one task in our system, just one. That task is to connect people to us. That's it. No selling, no marketing, no advising, no advertising, none of the stuff that you might have had to do in the past. No. You have one task: connect people to DuePoint. As you connect people, the people you know now, the people you know in the future to us, you penetrate the South African economy for us. And you create for us channels of distribution into which we, DuePoint, can come and facilitate the purchase of our products. And when we do that, we obviously create revenue. And when we create revenue, we create that extra recurring income I've been talking about. Now, how do we get it to recur? If any of you have been involved in direct selling before, you know the first thing you have to do is buy a box of things. It might be milkshakes or pills or creams or mouth sprays or virtual things on a computer. You have to buy something. And then you have to go and sell it to your friends and your family every month. And then maybe it's not as good as the stuff in the shops, but you've got to tell them it's better. And then they work out it's not as good, and then they don't want to buy it anymore. And then your income comes down. But what you have certainty about is now a new expenditure line item you have in your income statement, and that is the purchase every month of this stock that you have to try and get rid of. That is how you create non-recurring income. It goes up and down as you find victims to sell your things to. At DuePoint, we do not sell anything. We use financial services and lifestyle products that are with you for life and run on a debit order system, which means that even if you are sick and dying in hospital somewhere, the computer is not, and it will still raise the debit orders every month. And when it does and they are paid, you get your income every single month until your last breath. That is how we create recurring income. Now, if people don't pay, obviously you don't earn, so just keep that in mind. But as people pay, you earn. That's the reality of the income that we create. It's the cornerstone of what we've done in our DuePoint system. It is how we're creating a system that we hope will create legacy in your life. In other words, something you will be able to hand over to the next generation. We don't do that in South Africa. We don't do things that we can hand over to our children. We're employed, which ends the moment you can't work anymore. That's it. It's the end. We want to change that with what we've done here. The second layer of the system that we've got in place is that we empower you as wealth engineers to duplicate yourself in others. You get to use the skills and time and energy of others in creating further and greater income for yourself in the DuePoint system. This, again, is the exact opposite of your experience in employment. In employment, oh, look at that. Bill Gates has visited. We'll tell him that we don't want to speak to him now. There we go. In employment, you know that everybody around you is your competition. Everybody around you is vying for those limited number of management positions, those promotions, those increases. Only a few will get them, not all. In the DuePoint system, the exact opposite is true. All who join you in building your channel become your team that press forward in your success and the growth of your income here. This is a complete contrast to your experience up until this point in time. Folks, this is not an employment opportunity. It's not. We are not recruiting. We are not hiring. I have all the staff I need. So when you finish here today, please do not run out to Facebook, where you will find we'll very quickly ban you, all right? To start pages like DuePoint Insurance Company. You are not DuePoint. DuePoint Recruitment. You are not recruiting, okay? We have saved you from all of this difficulty. All of these things you might have had to do in the past if you've ever done direct selling, you don't have to do here. You're free from it. No more presenting, no more hiring, no more sponsoring, no more recruiting. All you do is you simply connect individuals to us, and you remain completely independent of us here at DuePoint. You are your own man in the DuePoint system. We place a tool in your hands. That's all we do. And you choose when and how you're going to use that tool. No one else will dictate it to you. Folks, there's absolutely no risk in becoming a wealth engineer, none at all. As I said, you're not going to be buying a big starter kit priced in dollars or yen or something else today, all right? You won't be paying a startup fee. There is no business fee monthly. There's no admin fee monthly. There's no sales fee monthly. And there are no application form fees. There is absolutely no fee in being a wealth engineer at DuePoint. By simply owning a DuePoint product as part of the package, you are a wealth engineer here at DuePoint. So today, if you choose to become a wealth engineer and tomorrow you change your mind, you will have lost nothing. You will have lost nothing. So if you're worried about the risk, I've heard about things like this and you always lose your money and that, good news. We won't be taking any of your money here today. All right. It also does not require any specific qualification or experience. Okay. Now, this does not mean that you can talk to people who are illiterate. Okay. Because illiterate people will not be able to even follow the presentation or fill out the application form. Okay. That when I say you do not need any qualification or experience, it means you do not need any tertiary education. You don't have to write any regulatory exams, which is what is normally required in the financial services space. You know that, of course. There's the FASE Act. The FASE Act says no one can be in the financial services space unless they have NQF level 5, 2 years of experience, and have passed both regulatory exams. Sounds fair, doesn't it? Huh? Sounds like the average South African would be able to just move into the financial services space. No. Well, fortunately for you, in the DuePoint system, none of that is required because you are not brokers, you are not agents, and you're not advisors or marketers in our system. And therefore, it's for every single South African. Folks, you are building a real asset. Because we have proper recurring income, you're actually able to value the channels you create for us. And when you value them, you can transfer them, you can sell them, and they, as we've hoped, will outlive you. When you pass away one day, your channel will be handed to your children, and they will continue to earn off of the income that you generated during your lifetime. They may even choose to continue to build your channel even further at that point. That's the legacy that we have built into our system. Folks, there is no selling. And this is a big and difficult switch for most people to flick, particularly those that have been involved in direct selling before. In the DuePoint system, there is no selling. You form no part of the sales transaction. We at DuePoint and our website ePortal does all of that work for you. You are free. If you're worried about, no, I'm too embarrassed to tell my friends because then I've got to sell them stuff, good news. No selling. We contract you out of it. You simply need to connect individuals to us. This is a system that we believe is of complete convenience to you. So, folks, there's 4 ways that you can connect people to us. The first way is by simply buying one of our USB sticks at the counter here. 150 Rand's got our presentations on 24/7. You can be showing people the presentation of DuePoint on your smart TV, your laptop, or your computer. That's the first way. Second way, if you live in Gauteng and can get here, oh, there's the ringing phone, you see. I don't have to hand out my certificates for the one presentation where no phone rings. Folks, you can put people in here. Monday to Saturday, we present evenings, lunchtimes, and mornings. We're right here, and you can put people in. But if you're not here, you can use our third option, which is our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is available again 24/7 too. It's got every single presentation we've ever done on it. Even this one's going to be on there straight after this today. You'll be able to find the presentations there, and you can use it anytime, anywhere. You've got all of us right there. You'll be surprised how fresh I look at 3 o'clock in the morning when you want to show your friend me on YouTube. It's all there. And then the fourth way is we live stream every one of our presentations. We'll live stream them Monday through Saturday. If you're at work or at home at around about the time that we go live, gather up your acquaintances behind a screen with an internet connection, and there we are, doing the presentation for you. You don't have to learn how to present. You don't have to learn about products. You don't have to get accredited as a presenter and find a venue and spend all that money. You don't have to do any of that. There's only 2 people that ever sell or present in this business, and that's me and Rob. You are free from all of that in the DuePoint system. Now, as you put people through the DuePoint system, as you connect them to us in one of those 4 ways, some of them are going to catch the vision of what we're trying to do here today. And we'll want to become wealth engineers. When they do become wealth engineers, we allocate them to you, and your channel is born. They go out, they do exactly the same thing. They connect people to us. Some become wealth engineers, and again, we allocate them to you, and your channel starts growing. Now, this eventually leads to tens, hundreds, maybe thousands of individuals in your channel talking to people about DuePoint and adding wealth engineers, growing your business even as you sleep at night. We then come along as DuePoint, and having got this penetration in the market now, we come and facilitate the purchase of our products, and your income is born. Now, what's very important to note, folks, is that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a scheme. I know that word gets bandied about. This is some kind of scheme. You know, no, it's not. And it's not a shape you've read about in the newspaper. It's none of these things. This is genuine. This is the real deal. Why can I say that with such confidence? Because we have 8 regulators that review us on a regular basis. 8 regulators, not 1, 8. We have them sitting on our board. We are listed on the JSE. Folks, we didn't sneak this one past them, okay? And we certainly didn't put all of this capital and skill in place to be running some kind of scheme. It's better to do that from a prison in Russia, and you just Skype in, okay? That's not what we do here. This is genuine. But because it's genuine like your career. It's genuine like if you wanted to start your own business. It takes time, energy, thought, and persistence to succeed with the DuePoint system. If you want to change your life with it, it's not going to take 5 minutes. And that's what we're not good at as South Africans. We have very low self-discipline in South Africa. We do. We want everything to happen now. You see it in the upper echelons, shall we call it. How they want everything now, even at the cost of others. That's the way we generally work. Guys, in this system, it does not work like that. People say, what is the catch? It's too good to be true. What's the catch? Here's the catch. The catch is you will pay for your success at DuePoint with time. Lots of time. The more time you put into this tool, the more it puts out. This is, again, the opposite experience of your career. How many years have you put into your career? How many? hundreds of years, hours, thousands of hours, tens of years that you put into your careers. Was it a system that what you put in, you got out? No, I don't think so. I've been there. You don't get out what you put in. What we've created is a tool, and it says as you pour in, it will pour out, but you're going to have to pour in. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Now, how do we change your life at DuePoint? Well, there's two ways that we do it. The first is through what we call our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 every time somebody in your channel successfully pays for their product via debit order, okay? Multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment was made. So, for instance, you run out, you chat to a few people, they become wealth engineers, and they successfully pay for their product via debit order. Folks, this is not a once-off payment. These are financial services you pay every month, like your funeral cover, like your car cover. You pay every month. But every month that they pay their product via debit order, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. These are people you introduced. They're on your first point. That's R55. It's not R5 or R1 or R12. It's R55. Because this is the 21st century, and you can't buy anything for R12. But R55 is material. It's significant. You can start changing your life with R55 per product payment. Now, these folk go out, they do the same thing. They chat to a few people, they make their payments, and you get R27.50 multiplied by 200% is R55 again. In this particular example, you've been here 5 minutes, you're already earning just under R1,000 a month. There's only a handful of dots on that screen. It's R1,000 a month that you know make. That's not changing your life, but you're feeling it already. Perhaps it's sufficient incentive now for you to start pouring some real time into building your channel with us. And as you do, and as your channel continues to grow, you earn at a diminishing basis, but only down to the 8th point. From the 8th point onwards, you are not limited in your growth. You can continue to grow, and where you qualify to earn, you will always, from the 8th point onwards, get 4% of R27.50. We do not limit your potential here. We hope that you can grow to 25 points or to 50 points. And we hope that your children will take it over and grow to 100 points and so on. If we've created legacy, it will pass from generation to generation, and each will create greater channels of distribution in South Africa for us. And where you qualify to earn, below the 8th point, you will always get 4% of R27.50. Now, this is not particularly practical. It doesn't really tell us how much we're going to be earning on a monthly basis. People ask me that question all the time. It's a flippin' difficult question to answer because every one of you is going to grow at a different rate and build in a different way. This is not something, remember. You will decide and design your own channel through the work that you do here at DuePoint. So, we went away and we said, all right, well, let's see if we can do some maths on it. We got some data over the last 20 years, and we pulled out what we believe is a conservative growth rate. We think it's realistic. We think we've seen it in practice. We call it the 3+2 growth rate. And what it says is that in your first month with us, it was 3 people on your first point. Just 3 in an entire month. Okay? Hardly part-time work this. Okay? Then, every month thereafter, you just have to put 2 people on your first point. Just 2. 1 every 2 weeks on average. But you have to persist in this challenge. Every month, you've got to be putting those 2 people in. Every single month. You can't take a month off because it's Christmas. A lot of you are going to do that this year. It's going to be December. You're like, oh, it's December, I'm stopping. You can't. In this model, if I'm going to work the numbers out, you've got to put 2 in Christmas too, and 2 in the New Year, and 2 in your birthday month, and 2 in Easter. All right? Every 2 weeks, you are putting someone on your first point. And then you work with your people that you put in to do the same thing, 3+2+2+2. And then we apply our maths. And we say, well, people are going to cancel. They're going to lapse, and not everybody's going to do 3+2. But if you do that for 6 months, we believe that you can quite conservatively estimate to be earning about 2,500 Rand a month after 6 months with us. You'll see this is not like Facebook. Facebook says 3 months, you're on 100,000. You know, there's 3 months there. 100,000 Rand a month. The only guy getting 100,000 Rand is the guy who starts the Facebook page. Everybody else is just losing their money. Yeah. Folks, 2,500 Rand a month after 6 months. It's 30,000 Rand a year you've just added to a household income. Now, if you can push through and do another 6 months, do 1 year with us, just 1 year with us, we reckon that you can conservatively estimate to be earning about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month with us. Now, remember, none of you have quit your jobs. We never ask for that. That's ridiculous in the current economy. You keep your jobs. This is extra income. An extra 10 grand a month. What does that do for you? How does that change your current circumstances? What problems disappear with an extra 120,000 Rand a year? You've got to ask yourself that question. How does that? It's 1 year. It's this time next year. Now, I've got this thing called the 90-day rule. It's my personal rule. It doesn't really exist. And what it means is that in my experience, every 90 days, I get a whole herd of you coming back to me to tell me that my business doesn't work. That's there. Okay? That's right there. That's where you come to tell me this business doesn't work. You've put nothing into it yet. But you tell me, I have spoken to everybody, they all said no. And I go, everybody, all 51 million South Africans, you spoke to them in that much time? The longest list I've got so far is 14 people. I've sat them down and said, let's list the people you spoke to. The longest list I've got so far is 14. So you've spoken to 14 people, they said no. You haven't even started. You haven't even started. This is a business about people, and people are disappointing. And you just got the first 14 disappointed people. Now keep going. Now keep going. You are going to pay with time. Time is what you'll pay with. But it pays back. It is an input-output system. And when you come at 3 months and say, I'm only earning 500 Rand, it's not working, I go, no, that sounds like it's working. And then if you can do another 3, that 500 becomes 2.5. If you can do another 6, the 2.5 becomes 10. It's time and disappointment and persistency and frustration, thick skin. That's what you require. That's the payment you make in the DuePoint system. Not money. Not money. And that's the freedom we give you. You've got time because you're not spending. You've got time. Folks, if you can do 2 years with us, 24 months, okay, not 24 weeks or 24 minutes, 24 months with us, we reckon you could conservatively estimate to be earning about 30,000 Rand a month. 360,000 Rand a year. You've done it in 2 years. I'm not sure if many of your careers have got you there in 2 years. 2 years to 30,000 Rand a month. You can do that with us, but it's 2 years. Can you do 3 years? 3 years, 40 to 50,000 Rand a month, 600,000 a year. 3 years. Just keep your careers in mind as we tick through these numbers. How many years have you done? How many? 4 years, we reckon 60 to 65,000 Rand a month, 720,000 a year. Facebook was on 100,000, 3 years earlier. We were saying no. 4 years, 65,000 Rand a month. And then 5 years. If you can do half a decade with us, half a decade, we reckon 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's your million Rand. 5 years of labor, 5 years of dealing with people, 5 years of time spent, and everything about your life from that point forward will be different. Retirement, sorted. Sorted. 100,000 Rand a month should manage to cover your expenditure. I don't know how much expenditure you got right now, but I'm sure 100,000 Rand a month will cover it. Okay? That's what you've got to do. Now, I get 2 responses to this. This morning I'm getting none, but normally I get 2 responses to this, okay? The first one is that people say to me, it's too slow. It's too slow. I'm not going to wait 5 years for 100,000 Rand. Okay, well, I can't help you. You're going to have to go back to Facebook. Here we are building lifetime, sustainable, recurring, reliable income. Not, I take all your money and run to Canada in 6 months' time. Okay? That's what's happening in South Africa. We talk about KZN and Eastern Cape. They're constantly telling me about schemes and scams here today, gone tomorrow. Just pay 10,000 Rand, you're in. Just pay $800 a month, you're in. Just, and then gone. That's not what happens here. This is lifetime, and therefore it takes time. It takes time. The second thing that people say to me is, Brendan, this is just flagrant marketing. No one's ever going to earn that much. It's nonsense. You can't earn that much in this system. Well, disappointingly, we've already got people earning that much. Okay? So that's already killed that. But they're right. This is just maths, and we like to look at it on the ground in real life. Now, every month we select a handful of people to show you. You can see tons of them on our YouTube channel, and every month they're different. In fact, from I think next week we'll have a different batch in. But for this month, here we go. Stenzel. He's probably here this morning, if I know Denzel. He's somewhere here in the crowd, you'll find him. He joined us in August last year, super skeptical. He sat in the presentation looking at me like this. In his head, he was, my parents warned me about stuff like this. They did. And so he joined only to watch. And he did. He watched, and he watched lives change. And around about February this year, he said he'd also like his life to start changing, and he started putting some effort into it. February, March, April. April, 2,500 Rand a month. I said 6 months to 2,500. Do you remember that? He did it in 3. Half the time. Lots of effort and time, but half the time. A month later, 4.5. A month later. 5 months in. He's on $9,800 a month. And I said it would take a year to get to 9 to 10,000 rand. I still stand by that. I still think conservatively you should expect to take a year to get to 10 grand. He's done it in half that time. He's done it in half the time. But maybe you don't have any personality skills. You don't know anyone. You're bad with people. Maybe after 15 years, that's the best you can get out of DuePoint. Spend 15 years here and you got 5 grand a month. That's it. It's 60,000 rand a year that you're getting in addition to your employment. What does an extra 5 grand a month do for you? We don't need 100,000 rand a month. We all want 100,000 rand a month, but what we need in South Africa is everybody to be earning another 5,000 rand a month. So you might never get the big numbers. I'm not telling you you're going to be millionaires here. No. I know that 99% of you aren't because you're not going to put the time in. You're going to quit after 90 days. Remember my 90-day rule. Not because of something we did, because you are unwilling to push through. But anyone who does choose to push through, of course, will get there. Here's examples of people who are pushing through to get there. Then we've got Nonkabella's down in East London, Eastern Cape. She doesn't get option number 2 of coming here. She doesn't get it. She uses all our online tools and live streaming, and she's built an incredible channel. She joined us a year ago. Super skeptical, schemes, scams. She just joined because a friend asked and she wanted to watch. And she did. She stayed very close to one of our big earners and watched how that person just completely changed their life. There's a couple that their lives have changed forever in 12 months. And she said, no ways, I've got to get on board and I've got to start doing it. In February as well, she started. February, March, April, 3 months. May, June, 5 months, 11,000 rand a month. In 5 months. Remotely. You know, people say here in Gauteng, they're like, no, data costs so much money. I'm like, well, I don't know how the rest of the country's doing it. Do they give discounts to data in the Eastern Cape and KZN? Huh? Guys, got to change your budgets if data's a problem. Less fast food, less alcohol, more data. Same budget. That's right. And non-fattening. That's right. You can do anything you want with the DuePoint system anywhere because of the tools that we give you online. 365. What is it? You say to yourself, what does an extra 10 grand a month feel like? She's already got it. She's living a life where she's got 10,000 rand extra a month. You have to make the decision in your head with the DuePoint system that that's me next. You've got to do that in order to get, and then you've got to put the time in. 6 months is nothing, but it seems long while you're in it. But it's nothing. Hey, we're in July for crying in a bucket. What happened to February through May? You know, like I missed those months. Time has passed. And then we got Soso from Cosmo City. Soso joined us a year ago, and she started working straight away. She was not going to be worried about schemes and scams. She put her head down and got going. She runs her own business, 6 days a week, runs her own school. She doesn't have time for this. If that's your excuse, cross it off. I'm going to get rid of that excuse now for you too. I don't have time for this. I'm very important. I've got a great job. Yeah, I know you don't, and you're not important enough not to have enough time. Nobody's got time in South Africa. All of us are in the club, but nobody's got time. Okay? We have to make time. It's like the budget. I don't have money for data. Change your budget. You need to change your time to do this business. She did. She needed capital for her business. No bank was going to give her capital. You know, past the National Credit Act, nobody gets money anymore. Okay? They're not lending. There's no ways they're going to lend to a high-risk business. She is creating her own capital through the DuePoint system. 12 months, 20,000 rand a month. I said a year to get to 9 to 10. Double that in the same amount of time. Double it in the same amount of time. 240,000 rand a year's capital now for her business that she's done through the DuePoint system. Folks, there are piles of these sorts of testimony. I'm talking like 50, 60, 70 on our YouTube channel. Go and watch them. See how people are earning 1,000 rand a month, 4,000 rand a month, 8,000 rand a month, 85,000 rand a month. Go and see. It's on YouTube. You can see it. All available for you. Everything's open book. Sunshine deal here. Everything is there on our website and our YouTube channel for you to see. That's the first way you earn. The second way you earn through the DuePoint system is through our XP Rewards program. This is our training program. This is how we train you from beginner to expert. This is where you all start high-fiving me now. Watch. Folks, we take you from beginner to expert through a series of steps. And as we take you through those steps and you complete them, we give you what's called XP points. They're experience points. Okay, you're going to ask me afterwards, watch, what's XP points? Experience points, there's the answer to the test. They are not worth anything. They are simply a measure of your experience here with us. But as you complete the steps and gain that experience, naturally your channel starts growing. And where you meet the 2 criteria in our training program, we start to reward you. We reward you in the beginning with a little bit of cash because that's what you need while you're growing. As you get a little bit bigger and a little bit more mature and experienced in the system, so does the cash rewards that we give you, in addition to the returns we were just talking about. Then we start to give you tools. Tools we know will accelerate the growth of your channel here. At rank 5, we give you an imported Lightning memory stick from the United States of America, plugs into every single electronic device in South Africa, full of our downloads, presentations, testimonies, tools, everything you need to talk to someone about DuePoint anytime, anywhere, no internet connection or anything like that. It is a fantastically powerful tool for you. Then at rank 7, we give you your own set of business cards. Not the set from William Nicol Main Road intersection here. Imported 12,500 rand set, gold gilded, gold printed, custom made for you. When you give somebody a business card from a 12,500 rand set, they're going to ask you, who is DuePoint and what do you do for them? Ask Donnie, he's here today, how effective his business cards are. Go and look in our cabinet and see what they look like. Take your sunglasses with you. Then at rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size, every year that you maintain that channel and maintain rank 9, we take you and your family away on a 1-week holiday, 5-star business class, all expenses paid. Not you and your family, okay, away for a week every year. Now, there's a whole new set of problems you have. Every year you're going to have to get your clothes together for the trip, buy new stuff, organize leave, explain to your boss how you're affording it again, etc., etc. It's a whole new set of problems that we create for you. Every rank 9 goes. Every rank 9 goes. There's not the first 5 or the top 5. The criteria in the XP Rewards program is the same for everyone. And all who complete the criteria get to come. Now, I'm going to show you a video of where we're going this year. We're going in December this year. It's going to be a great, great trip. Very excited. This is actual footage of where we're going. But I don't want you to get too excited, because you're all rank 0. Only the rank 9s are coming. But there is 5 months left. There's 5 months left. And some of you will make it. Some of you will be determined enough to put your heads down and come with. The rest of you will just watch the video.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand on at the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
Will you be there, ladies and gentlemen? We've got a whole bunch of guys coming already. That's not even the whole group. Is this you? Is that your silhouette there? That's the question you've got to ask yourselves. Why don't you guys flick some lights on at the back there for me? Guys, there are no winners at DuePoint. No winners. And there are no prizes at DuePoint. So don't go and put on your Facebook page today, prizes from DuePoint, winning, here are all the winners from last month. There aren't. Everything at DuePoint is earned. Everything is earned. You will earn it. And you'll earn it in the same way as everybody else. Every one of you is given the opportunity here, equally, to achieve what is available in the DuePoint system. At rank 11, we give you another useful tool, your own car. It's not rented to you. It's not financed through us. It's not given to you for a month or two and taken away, and it's not branded. It's yours. It is our hope and intention that you use it to create your freedom here with DuePoint. And then, folks, every month we run what's called Wealth Quests. Wealth Quests run from the first day to the last day of each month, and they are designed to equip you with the tools you need to do this business. You can get excited about these as rank 0, because everybody can achieve them every month. Now, today's a good day to have come, because it's the first day of July. You've got a whole month ahead of you. And our Wealth Quest this month is our quest for quality. Now, this is a big thing. A lot of guys fight me on this. They want to just throw everybody into their channel and then nobody pays. Folks, this is not for unemployed people, because unemployed people can't pay for their products. And if they can't pay for their products, you can't build income. You've got to start somewhere. You want to start with the best possible quality individuals you can find. We always say, find people who are even better than you. Go to your managers. Go to your directors and executives. Start with them and see how your channel grows from there. Don't run down to all the people that you find on the corner street who can't pay for their products. So this month's Wealth Quest, and it'll only run until the end of July. The specific theme of this one is for you to focus on getting out there and getting the right quality individuals into your channels. What do you got to do this month? You got to find 2 people. Put them onto your first point and get them qualified. Okay? In order to do that, if you don't know what that means, talk to a lead wealth engineer or watch the training videos. Once you've done that, you need to get 100% BPQ on your first and second point. That means on your first and second point in your channel, we want 100% payment. Success this month. That's what we want. If you can do that this month, you will end the month with 5,000 Rand in addition to whatever returns you make. 5,000 Rand in cash, plus the returns you make. And, of course, 2,000 more XP in our training program, which helps you rank up further. So it's 5 grand in cash. Okay? So people go, oh, these Wealth Quest Brendans are so hard. Yeah, it's 5,000 Rand in cash. We're only going to pay it to those who put their heads down and make it happen. So you've got to add 2 people to your first point, get them qualified, and get that first and second point paid 100% by the 31st of July. 5 grand in cash, 2,000 XP. It's money-making month. It's the middle of the year. You need the money. We're like the low point of the year. You need the money. That's what we've got for the month of July. So all of our wealth engineers around the country, make it happen in the month of July. No slowing down, flat out into the month of July. Folks, before I continue, actually, on the dashboard, there is a small typo. We are fixing it. It'll be fixed by Monday. Guys, I get a lot of people that ask me the question, where do we get the money to do this? I've done the maths. I'm a doctor. Don't know how to do maths, but I've done the maths and it doesn't work. I get that a lot, okay, mainly from doctors and engineers. Folks, there's so many chartered accountants in this building. If the maths is wrong, there's no hope for anybody. The maths does work. We all come out of the traditional financial services and banking sectors. That's where we come from. And in there, we direct market to you. What we do is we put adverts on TV, radio, SMS campaigns, billboards, bathroom campaigns, taxi campaigns. Everywhere we can stick an advert, we do. It costs the industry hundreds of millions to do that. Over $1 billion per annum for us to advertise to you. Nobody ever asks where we get the money for that. What we do is we take the cost of that and we reverse engineer it into your monthly payments. Those payments you make for your funeral cover and your car cover and your banking fees, 50%, 35% is next month's marketing. It's built into your payments. Now, we've done exactly the same thing here at DuePoint. Exactly the same thing. The only difference is we don't do any marketing. You are never going to see an advert of DuePoint's. Not ever. Not on TV. You'll never hear us on the radio. Never, because we use you. You go out and penetrate the market for us. And therefore, all that money that we would have spent on SABC and DSTV and all of that money is now available for you and your channel. That's the basics. You can come and do the complicated maths with me, but that's how we do it. Folks, there's 3 products that we put into or we facilitate the purchase of in your channels. Okay? We do it, not you. The first one is our Access Wealth Plan. It's 299 Rand a month. For 299 Rand a month, you get your very own tax-free investment account. Okay? Of the 299, we take 100 Rand and we put it in the investment account for you. And it's a no-notice, no-restriction period investment account, which means that you have immediate access to that money. No waiting period. It's your money. You've immediately got it, which means that this actually only costs you 199 Rand a month. And for the 199 Rand, you get 110,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. And as I said to you, part of the package, you get to be a wealth engineer here at DuePoint. Our second product is our Wealth Guard. It's 274 Rand per month, every month, not just the first, every month. Okay? And for 200, you all look at me like, that doesn't make any sense. We always just pay once and we get it for life. No, you've got to pay every month. For 274, you get 1.1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. No maximum age limits, no deferred benefit or waiting periods, no excluded pre-existing conditions, no medical examinations and declarations. Cover after your first premium, 1.1 million Rand. If you pass away from an accident, that's what your beneficiaries get. Then our third product, I love this one. It's our non-financial, non-insurance product. It's our Wealth Points Buyers Club. For 274 Rand a month, you get to be a member, and you get to use all the discounts and vouchers and account managers that we have negotiated as a corporate across a whole list of suppliers. Checkers, Hershey's, Take-A-Lot, Yuppie Chef, Eagle Ford, you name it, gyms, entertainment. We've done them all so that you can take what you are spending already in the month. You're already spending on groceries and transport and entertainment and buy the same, but for less, using our discounted amounts. Someone said to me, what do I get? As like you accumulate value and then we give you money. No, that's not how it works. You get to, as a member of our Buyers Club, go to Checkers and get our discounts on the products. Go to Ford and get our discounts at Ford, etc., etc. It's a wonderful, wonderful tool. We love this product tremendously. Folks, as a wealth engineer, which you now are, you get the entire executive and management team here. Monday to Saturday, you can book us. We'll work with you, with your teams, strategize, train, motivate, everything you need. You get at no cost to you. You get to use all of our facilities Monday to Saturday. Presentation rooms, boardrooms, breakaway rooms, free Wi-Fi, tea and coffee, everything you need to build your channel. You get all of our state-of-the-art technology maintained and developed for you at no cost. And you get nationwide footprint. You can build this your channel anywhere in the country because we're live streaming. We're live streaming. Anybody behind a screen and an internet connection anywhere in the country can become part of your channel. And you get it at no additional cost to you at all. So, folks, today is not a decision about DuePoint or not DuePoint. It's actually time to start making a decision about changing the way we think about earning, changing the way we think about our own personal economics. You know your job is a dead-end job. You know it. It is for 99.5% of us. It is not going to get you anywhere near your aspirations. Anywhere near. Go stand in the corner of William Nicol and Main Road this morning. See the Lamborghinis, see the Ferraris, see the Rolls Royces. See them come by and know your job is not going to get you there. No, it's true. It's absolutely true. You are never going to earn the money that's going to allow you to live the life you want to do. I'm sorry, not in our shrinking economy. And no one is coming to our rescue. No one. They keep talking about revolution. If we're going to have a revolution, it's going to happen with the people. It's going to happen with the people. We have to start the revolution here. We have to start it by changing how we earn. You laugh at me. Is it not the truth? Is someone coming to fix your economics? No one's coming to fix your economics. Only you can fix your economics. And today we have a tool available for you to do it. It's going to cost you nothing. You're going to walk out of here with this tool in your hands, and then you are going to decide what you pay in time to earn with it. You will decide. And that's how we will change the economy that we live in, is by making those sorts of decisions. And we want you to do that today. If you become a wealth engineer, it's very simple. Use your smartphone or tablet, hook up into our free Wi-Fi, go to our website, DuePoint.net, click apply, fill out the form, and you're a wealth engineer. No money having passed from your hands. You'll receive a W number, that's yours. It's your unique channel. It'll be completely worthless when you begin, but you can make it magnificent over time. Then I want you to talk to the person who brought you here, your lead wealth engineer. Tell them what your goal is, and then work out a plan with the DuePoint system. You don't have those things, you're not going to get there. 90-day rule will apply without a goal. We need you to have that goal. Folks, we have all the tools that you need, all of them. You can get them. They're not expensive from our reception, or you can order them at info@duepoint.net. They will get you ready and going ASAP. You don't have to finish wealth quests to get these things. You don't have to rank up. You can get them now. Our memory stick with our presentations on. If you're battling with data, get a memory stick. We're on there, and you can start playing our presentations. If you find your battery keeps running out on your phone, and you're going to be filling people's application forms out on your phone, then get a power block. It's a great conversation starter as well. Okay, get it. We've got plenty caps. We just got new stock in, so you can get the caps if you want. Get your business cards. You don't have to get the 12,500 Rand set. I don't expect you to pay 12,500 Rand today. You can get a fantastically affordable set, 500 cards, beautiful, that you can get out there and start using. The tools are here. We've got them all for you. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's your most powerful resource. Everything that we do at DuePoint is on that YouTube channel. It's free to subscribe. Somebody told me once, no, it's not. No, it is. It's free to subscribe. Go subscribe. Then you know the moment we go live every day. You'll know. Your phone will ping. You'll know the moment we upload videos. That moment you'll know, and you can be in there using that resource. Then download our free app onto your phone. It plugs you into your channel in real time. We use 21st century technology here. You can watch what's happening in your channel in real time. All your tools are there, your personal details and documents are there, everything you need. Free. Download it here while you're here onto your phone. And then, folks, if you do choose to use this venue and come here, make sure you book on our events tab or menu. Put your name in, that's all we need, so they don't stop you at the gate. They have already started turning some people away if you don't have your name. And then they get all like, I've been here 3 times, you never turned me away. Yeah, they're going to turn you away if your name is not on that list, and you may be asked to sign in. That's security. Welcome to South Africa. Okay? Welcome to South Africa. Make sure you've booked your name in before you come. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very, very serious about what we're doing here. When I talk about a change, a revolution, I'm sick of hearing it from politicians who have no gumption or understanding what it takes. I want to do it with the people on the ground. We're the ones who know what it's like not to have the 330 million Rand mansion in Dubai. We're the ones that know what that feels like. Are we not? We're the ones that have to make the change. And we are doing it here at DuePoint. We're doing it. We want you to be part of it. If you've got questions or concerns, come and ask us. We've had to answer them before, and we'll answer them again. Come and ask, and then get out there and let's start making some change. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you outside, and thanks to all of you who've tuned in this morning.